Okay, well, Zeus is just finishing his stream and I'm just starting mine as we hand over, as he very kindly hands over to me with the great benevolence of the great Zeusdaz, a man of some prominence in the gaming world. There's that mutt I can see in the background of the screen. We'll be getting started any moment now. Oh, I'm just gonna it's gonna be so exciting, this stream. I've got things planned that are gonna just knock your socks off. You have to keep one eye on Zeus's stream because you don't know whether he's about to do something that pulls everybody back. Or that worked out quite well for me last time because it seemed to triple my views with people flicking backwards and forwards when he did his Kendo Nagasaki moment. Oh, hello. I've started playing another video now. Didn't mean to do that. But we'll be here any second now. We're going to get this show on the road. And looks like I'm live right now. And I've got 2 people watching apparently. So I brought 2 across so far. That's not too bad. 2. I've carried across 2 of Zeus's people. There's the dog. He's just trying to hang on to people. He's stroking that dog's chin. Little rascal he is. Hopefully I'm streaming okay. I'm just double checking. Switch the Bluetooth off on this. Oh, there we go. Okay, well there's his stream finished. So hopefully everyone should come flooding across. So let's have a look what happens when I stick my face on. Hello? Let's see, have we got any viewers with my new... Oh, there we go. That's Camille's. Hi, Camille's. Hi, Old Star Gaming. You miss all of Zeus's streaming. Hi, Hattie. Hello, hello, hello. Now, what I'm wondering is why my viewers button isn't showing at least 3 viewers. I put this new high-tech viewers button on and nothing is happening. I've done some slight cosmetic changes to my channel. You may or may not notice. Get that viewers thing working. Work. Why does it still say 0? Have I done something wrong? Well, now it's showing me 7 over here, so I don't know why. And there should be a like thing here as well. Well, I've broken that already. That's good. That's a good start. Best not stay too long because Hattie, it's the quality time that you spend, isn't it? It's the quality time. It's a liar, Rob. I proved that last night when I subscribed. Yeah, it does change. It just takes a little while to poll. Hello, we've got a new viewer here. It's Mad Moments Go. Hi from Scotland. Hello there. Oh no, I won't do the voice. I won't do the voice. I can do a few Scottish voices rather well, I must say. I do have a bit of Scottish heritage in me myself. Here comes Batfink. I can't recall if we've had you come across before, Batfink, or have we? Please forgive me if we have. Oh, look at that. I didn't think that through very well, did I? Look, my Amiga Rob thing completely obscures some of the text. That's a little bit sloppy looking, so... Oh no, look. Ha 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 ha! There we go. 8 viewers. And oh, look what else has appeared. You see that? that shows how many likes I've got on YouTube at any point. And the viewers it shows here are actually viewers for Twitch and Periscope. So I've got Periscope working tonight as well. And Batfink is a newbie to this channel. Are you subscribed to this channel, Batfink? Because if you push the subscribe button, then you're not subscribed, and you push that notification bell as well, you will also see this number here go up. Oh, look, the likes button works. That's fantastic. Oh, that's great. People are so helpful. Oh, 9 viewers. This is awesome. Well, this is working very, very well. I'm very happy with this. So, I've got a couple of things in mind to do. Now, if you listen to Zeus, you'd think that in some way that I was... Oh, it's gone up to 3 now. That's brilliant. That's pretty cool. And I've got 40 subscribers. That's it. That's it. That's wicked. That's great. Yeah, got to press it. That's cool. See, now you could. There's live on-screen interaction apart from the chat. I think what I might just temporarily do is shrink off that Amiga Rob logo over there because it's a little bit. No, that's too small. Maybe I'll put it. I don't like what they call dogs on the screen identifier things. Maybe if I stick it down here, I don't know. No, I don't like that. I don't know where to stick it anyway. It'll move if I load in the game. So, nice one, Hattie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So these likes flag up to YouTube that things are happening on this channel, and then they go, you know, the algorithm. Yeah, I forgot. I've got this packet of condoms in my hand because I was going to. One of the things I was planning on doing was talking about the worst condoms in the world, which these are. Is that exciting? If you're watching Zeus, is that exciting? I know you've got your Alien and all the rest of it. Yeah, that's raw sex. Yeah, that's fornication and moistness and all that kind of stuff. What's the agenda? Shall I start with the worst condoms in the world? I've got up to 42 subscribers. I've got the worst condoms in the world. We've got the Emlyn Huges quiz, and we've got and I can draw a picture. There's Ellie McCartney, who was Ellie McCartney. I was just on another watching another stream that I've just taken over from a guy called Zeus, and I was saying that I was talking to some very nice people one after another on my slightly crazy stream last night, and I was very happy to be speaking to you last night. People didn't believe it. They thought it was ridiculous, but sometimes it's nice just to do a stream and be talking to one person. The condoms are not made by Edward Scissorhands. I don't know if any of you... yeah, these I had with my former partner, Camille. I appreciate that you may have strong opinions on that. So I hope it doesn't offend you. But I bought these with my former partner and I didn't use them. I'm a historian with a particular interest in... well, Charles Bradlaugh, a lady whose name I temporarily forget, who's involved in pioneering some forms of contraception. So I appreciate your concern for me. I am theoretically divorced, and I am not practicing. So I please don't be concerned for my soul, but I appreciate that. But I for pure information, and for those who are married and within relationships or within committed relationships, I can review this. I can open this and show you how bad they are because it will help. They're not made of Kevlar. If anybody wants me to review these, I'll review them right now. And I'm not going to do anything rude with them. Hi Leo, I hope you're well. See that I've already got 3 more subscribers. That's fantastic. Sean Collins, is that a new name? I don't think I recall Sean Collins. I vaguely remember. I apologise if you have been here before, but hello Sean. Hello Sean. Put them down. I'm creeping you out. I kid you not. These are the. I've been wanting to do a video on these for a while, and every time I think, well, how am I going to frame it? I don't know. And just now I thought, because I've been in the mood this week to just pick things up and just do it. Right. I think I've not got any firm decisions, but I'm gonna review them. I'm just gonna be a little bit careful. So First time tonight, right? Well, you caught me. You've caught me at the right time, Sean. So thank you for joining us. If it's your first time and you haven't subscribed, you might want to try the subscribe button, because I've just got this new thing that shows when somebody subscribes, the number goes up, and there's also a like one there as well, you see. So yeah, so these things, right, just to give you an idea, these are out of date, really out of date. They're just want to check there's no weird diagrams on them. These are 2013. I found them in a cupboard the other day. Now the idea is, in theory, that you stick these in your wallet, and they come in this thing here that I guess stops them from getting damaged in your wallet. You can still get these, and I took one out the other day to remind me how bad they are. So this was a completely fresh packet. They're not actually they're not made of rubber. Oh, Camille's, anybody that's offended, this won't be more than 10 minutes, so I will go ahead and do it, and I don't want to offend you, but it's one of these things I'm quite funny about. I've got a general thing about condoms that bothers me, so I don't want to offend you, but I am going to go ahead and take one of these out. Wait till they go. Yeah, these are out of date, but they're not. I don't think they're necessarily perishable. Just having a look. Yeah, I can't show the diagrams, but basically, the best way I can describe this is like a sandwich bag, and what it'll. There's some head hair on there. What it'll do. Well, I'll show you. I'm just trying to see. Okay, so nominal width 60 centimeters, and in theory these are slightly more spacious in theory, and they've got like a they come in these little things, and they're sort of rolled up flat, and they're non-latex. Oh, and they are lubricated. Brilliant. I thought it said non-lubricated. Okay, well, I've got some tissues here. It's not. I don't think they're rubber at all. So yeah, they come in these things, and you have to take them out. This is ridiculous. So you take it out like this, and when it comes out, it looks like when I first took one of these out, and I've only tried using. I think twice I tried to use these in action. Do you know those? You know those? What do we call them? You know, like those little Action Man with the parachutes that you used to get, and the parachutes would never do anything. The first thing I thought was that, and then when you take it, it's got it's got a sticker on it. I mean, that honestly, that looks like the second thing I thought of was, you know, like if you've wrapped your sandwiches in cling film and you've eaten your sandwich, and you're thinking, right, and then you start messing around and you twiddle it into a. I'm getting a tiny bit of lubricant on my fingers. You twiddle it into a little thing. That's what. Anyway, so right, you unroll it, if I remember. I'm just reading the instructions that do have pictures of genitals on, so I'm not going to show them to the screen. Carefully unfold. Yeah, so you unfold it like this. Right. And the sticker, right, the sticker says penis this side, and this is really, the lubricant's gone a bit manky actually. Right, so the idea is, you hold it like this. God, it's, oh, it's really greasy. I was going to stick a screwdriver in it, but I don't want to get the screwdriver. Oh, sorry, I'll stick a screwdriver in it. Right, so the idea is you hold it like this, and then, if I remember correctly, in theory, you sort of you roll it over like this, and oh god, it's here. It's gone really gross. Right, so you roll it over like this. Okay, now I'm not kidding you. Now there are people. If you read, like, if you go on to if you go to Amazon or anywhere like that and read the reviews of this, because I read the reviews, I thought they must have banned these things by now. If you read the reviews, there's people going like, these are the best condoms ever. I tell you something, if is there a Spectrum version? If you honestly, if you try these, and I'm telling you, right, we're all adults, it is like cling film. That's exactly what it's like. It is like a sandwich bag, and there is no giving it. And look, the thing that happens is, as soon as it gets warm, it starts shrinking. Okay, the inside isn't. Oh, it's a little bit lubricated. Okay, I'm getting that everywhere now. Right, so I can just about get 2 fingers in there, but in theory, it starts picking up the warmth, and then it starts shrinking. And I tell you something, if you are not, it is like a military operation. I can get 3 fingers in there, but it is like a military operation. Yeah, I can feel it tightening up around my fingers now. If you do not get this right, then, I mean, look, you've got a serious. You end up looking like a sort of ballerina thing, ballerina sandwich. It's shrink. I don't know if you can see, it is actually shrinking around my fingers now, around this part here, as it picks up the warmth. And there ain't much room at the end of that thing, I can tell you that. And it just gets, the more you're struggling with it, the more it just shrinks. Shrink, shrink, shrink. Oh, sorry, is it too loud? Sorry, mate. I'll just move it away. How's that? Is that any better? So, yeah. That's an that's the vegetable bag. It is. That is what you've got there, pretty much. And I would be fascinated, because there may well be people watching this that use these things. I would be fascinated to hear from anyone that can use these. For a long time, and I've been thinking about doing it recently. I have a company still nominally active that I used to make films, and I really wanted to make a film about condoms in general. Really wanted to make a film about condoms in general. And you can see this is getting shorter. Can you see how much shorter it's getting? You see it just. But for the people it works for, it's supposed to be absolutely amazing. But yeah. So. No, I'm not having a breakdown. I'm not having a breakdown. This is just something I thought I'd do. So we get that. We've done that now, the condom. So, because it's almost at the end of my fingers now. Smaller and smaller. So, if anybody has any success using these, I'd love to know. I would love to know, because I am sort of starting to research these again. I think I was terrified. Yeah, I don't need to step by step. Ellie, I'll be really interested to hear. I'm assuming you're of legal age, so yes, Sean. I don't know. There are people. My suspicion is that that certain people they probably do work well with, because there are some reviews that are really good, but like a lot of things, it's very polar. So I've got one more of those out of date. The old unused condoms, if you happen to have any that aren't lubricated, are really good for insulating microphones if you're using stage mics on a wet shoot. Yeah. Right. I think you and me are coming from the same place, Batfink. Yeah, you get 3 in a pack. It doesn't. To be honest, it is just like Vaseline as well, the lubrication. So it is Vaseline, I'm pretty sure. So in fact, hang on a minute. I threw that away a bit prematurely, I think. Where's it gone? What did I do with it? It's just like real life. I could have sworn I just chucked that somewhere. Okay, I've lost the strange condom. I was about to try and get some of the Vaseline and rub it into my fingers, but because I've got cracked skin again. Well, I'm sure I'll find that at an inopportune moment. What did I do with that? Did anybody see what I did with that? Did I do something with that on camera? Oh no, I found it. Yeah, that. Yeah, well, that's handy. That I just get the old lubrication in on the fingers. But we're all adults. Well, we should. Well, maybe we're not all adults. Actually, I should probably have thought of that. Anyway, put that away again. Yeah, it's just Vaseline on the outside, I think. It smells just like Vaseline. And oh no, my other hand cream. There it is. So, not boring though. Not boring though, was it? Not boring. So, OSG's youngest is 7 and your oldest is 15 and you've had enough. Well, I think I'd still like to have... I'd like to have kids, I think. I'm just, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just rubbing in some of this stuff which I reviewed in a recent video. Neutrogena hand cream. I've actually got a big crack that's opened up on my finger there. It's horrible. Right, you're after the quiz, Leo. We'll get that started. So, I'm going to try a new game. It's called Emlyn Huges. Your wife wants more, Leo. Blimey. They always want more. Yours, Hattie's got one that's 14. Right. That's... now my fingers are covered in stuff and my pad won't. Oh, my neighbours are screaming. Alright. Okay. Do. What's happening here? Have we got any Amiga action happening here? Or is this crashed? Oh, there we go. So yeah, this Emlyn Huges quiz, I had a real quick look at it. Maybe we'll do it like we did the other night. Hattie, 14. Funny age. Oh, getting some stoppy-starty here. Just give that a little bit of a push. Don't be like that. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be. We'll work together. We'll give it a try. Oh, I just realised I didn't put the music on. Oh. No, what am I doing? Let's make sure we've got the audio. I'm gonna put this screwdriver over there. What I don't want to do is get any of that on my carpet. Oh. That's funny. I've not got an audio capture on this one, so... right, so that's Emlyn Huges arcade quiz. Oh, my back suddenly gave up a bit on me then. We'll just shove an extra audio. Okay. Do that, and we're going to go oosh, properties and capture what comes out of there, and then that's going to want me to push that. We push that, and we go. And we wonder why it's not doing anything. And it's probably because it's doing the same old thing it always does, and it gives me a load of jib. I've got such an itchy nose, and I really want to itch it properly, but on camera I can't really itch it properly. So, okay. Let's just make sure we've got sound here. Of course, the little devil wants to mess me around, so he just have to. Just come here, you Schweinhund. 18 viewers, see? We carried 18 viewers across, no problem. Zeus and all he's doing down on this channel. Oh, what happened there? Okay, we know he went for a little sleep. That's okay. 17 is a whole different world. Oh dear, don't Leo, don't scare me. Who's it? Old Star Games, daughter is 12, she's like a diva, older son 15, like Kevin and Perry. I've got quite a funny story about Kevin and Perry. Well, it's not that funny. I was walking through Watford town centre once, and there was this big crowd of people in the middle of the shopping centre, and all these people sort of crowded round, and I walked straight through the middle of this crowd, like, this is my town, what's going on? Went up to the there was these girls at the top of the escalator, and I said, what's going on? And she said, oh, they're filming the Kevin and Perry movie. And I said, oh really? She said, yeah. I said, oh, okay, I quite like him. And I walked off, and what I hadn't realised was that I'd actually walked straight through the middle of an actual shot for the film, and I was talking to, like, the two female lead actresses that they try and cop off with. I never saw the film till years later, and then I wasn't really watching it. I thought, hang on a minute, I think I walked straight through that. How silly of me. How I embarrassed myself. Anyhow, hopefully we're now going to get this quiz going. And if I get this sorted out. Right, there you go. That don't look right. Oh no. Oh, it's gone mental now, has it? That'll be a timing issue. Well, this is going really well as usual. Okay, let's get going then. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, okay, that was, yeah. Yeah, what's going on? Uh-huh. Okay, right, yeah, something's not right here. Am I sitting on something or what? So I load that, okay. And then I go floppy drives. And then I go Emlyn Huges, and then we go start. And he boots up, and this time we get the intro working perfectly. We get the intro working perfectly. There we go. And we get Emlyn Huges working perfectly. We try not to crash anything. Jonas subs on any channel that has exploding fist videos. You got some nice guitars, Jonas. That's a bit more like it. Emlyn Huges arcade quiz. Here we go. Right, how do we start? Is it loading still? Yeah. It's one of them funny games that flicks the LED light by the looks of it. Now, I just had a real quick play of this earlier, and I couldn't really understand what was happening. It seems to be some kind of time limit, so OSG does a great job, and he knows his stuff as well. He knows about tags and stuff. I have to say to you, old style gaming gamer, oh, is that sound working? Wow, that looks quiet. Okay, yeah, I installed that stuff you told me to install, and I think it's helping a little bit. A little bit. Yes, he does do it on his phone. He just points. He has his phone mounted, and he just points it at the screen. Okay. Well, this is probably, it's got the hallmarks of a 60% game on Amiga format. Right, so how do we do this? Here we go. Right. So we'll insert a coin, and I think what we do, we go unk. There we go. There's Emlyn there. I wonder how much they paid for his likeness. Right. Who wrote Brave New World? Was it George Orwell? Was it Evelyn Waugh? Or was it Aldous Huxley? And I haven't got a clue. So I am looking for my loyal viewers to come up with the answer. This is the real excitement here. We've had sex, I brought you. Old Star Gaming says Evelyn Waugh. We have any advances? Oh, Batfink says George Orwell. I thought George Orwell didn't write that many things. I'll get Caesar's troops. Yeah, I'll have to sort that out another time, because I haven't got a C64 emulator set up, and I didn't have a chance to have a proper look. Batfink's guessing. Okay. So OSG, are you? Okay, so I've got all three. Mad Moments Go is giving me Aldous Huxley. Okay. No, don't check Google. We don't do Google checks. Who wrote Brave New World? So, out of any of you that's taken suggested anything, do any of you actually know? Is it? There was somebody asking me about getting better latency time before the messages appear on the screen. This is actually broadcasting on Twitch as well, and on Twitch it's really quick. It's really quick. It's not George Orwell, says Mr. K. Hello, Mr. K. Sean's right. Steve N says it's Aldous Huxley. He's read it. So, hello, Steve N. Thank you for that. Right. Let's go for it. Get in. You get a smiley face from Emlyn. Right. In which film did Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi play chess? Was Boris Karloff... I can't recommend 64 Amiga forever. Use and both have a great mouse-based interface. Yeah, I might do that. That was you asking last night. Yeah, the quickest way is with Twitch. It's much quicker turnaround, and you can find me on there as Amiga Rob. The other way, but it might be a little bit quicker. I counted it as 11 seconds the delay when I tried it earlier, and I think that's partially because of the way YouTube builds buffers. Right, Hattie has no idea. Right, well, I think they're both in Frankenstein. I think Boris Karloff is the monster, isn't he? Isn't Bela Lugosi? I know, it's great, isn't it? It's great. Can you imagine they made this quiz game and they were like, well, who can we get in? And they're like, well, let's get Bamba Gascoigne. Ooh, too expensive. Bamba. Too expensive, no. How about Magnus Magnuson? Ooh, bit stick. Emlyn Huges. Let's get Emlyn Huges. He's on Question of Sport. Do they play chess? Does Frankenstein's monster play chess in it? Sean's saying the Black Room. Frankenstein with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi didn't do any Hammer House of Horrors. They were before that. The last things that Bela Lugosi did was with Ed Wood, which was the introduction to Plan 9 from Outer Space. Boris Karloff was in Nostradamus, which is great because that's not one of the answers, but thank you, Old Style Gaming. Boris was Frankenstein, not sure he played chess in that kind of movie though. Yeah, because so then it's between the Black Room and the Black Cat. Emlyn wouldn't. Right. I'm going to go for the Black. Yeah, seems common above. Would he have been playing chess with Frankenstein? Right. Shall I go for Frank? Right, you know. Right. Let's go for Frankenstein then. No. I'm going to go for the Black Room. I'm going to try to go for the Black Room. Oh, what happened? Oh. It's not going to tell me what it was now, is it? Who made his literary debut in 1902? Was it? He lives on fire, this quiz. It was a bit of a sudden one when poor old Emlyn went. Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks Hattie. Thanks Hattie. Trying to send us down that road again. Blimey. You know, trying to keep the levity going here. You know. Who made his literary debut? Sherlock Holmes, you say, 1902. Well, Sherlock Holmes started as a series that was published in like a serial in papers. I think The Sign of Four was the first one. I think it might be Tarzan back. I think Sherlock Holmes was a tiny bit before. Yeah, Peter Rabbit was definitely before. I think it's Tarzan. I'm going to go for Tarzan. Oh, sugar. Right, I've got one last chance here, I think. Alright, the capital of... Oh, hang on. What is the capital of Scotland? Luckily, we've got... Warwick Armstrong? Where's that coming? Luckily, we've got a Scotch person here. Mad moments go. One of my kinsfolk. It's Glasgow, isn't it? Or is it Edinburgh? Or is it Aberdeen? It's Glasgow, isn't it? Or is it Edinburgh? Is it Edinburgh? Are you a Scotch person as well, Mr. K? Or is it Glasgow? I think it is Edinburgh, isn't it? You're Scottish too, right. Hey, trustees. Right. Edinburgh. There we go. Oh, I'm getting moved a lot. Oh, it's like a time limit thing. Right. 10p. Alright. And then we go like that. Right. Who surrendered to Robert Lee and was hanged for treason? Was it John Brown, Jackson, or was it Grant? Old Style Gaming lives near Scotland. But I still don't know whether you support Newcastle, Sunderland or the Monkey Hangers. OMG. So, I don't know this. Oh, I'm guessing it's Grant, is it? Is it Grant? John Brown. Is there a kids version of this? I didn't hear you. I didn't see you say who. Was that none of them? I can't remember. Last night's a bit of a blur for me. Ah, good man, good man. Yeah, me too. Me too. Do you go? Are you on? Do you ever go on Ready to Go on the SMB forum? A happy bunch over there. Grant Ulysses. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ulysses Grant became a POTUS. Stonewall Jackson survived. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No googling here. No googling here. Right. So it's John Brown then. Right, we're going for John Brown. Leo says Grant. But Ulysses Grant became a President of the United States. Stonewall Jackson survived. John Brown was... We're going for John Brown, Leo. We're going for John Brown. Get in. I really don't know what to do now. What have I done? What does that mean? Uh-oh. It's like an arcade game as well, this. Cash game. 10p! Oh, what's going on? Oh, blimey, that was a guess. Jeez. I didn't know, I hit the wrong key, I didn't even read the question. Yeah, I think we'll play on. Go for another round. We've got 10p in the bank, and for what is Norgay Tenzing best known? Well, that's where you start 10p and work your way up. This is the post-Zeus wind down, you know. All that excitement we had, there's no dogs, there's nothing like that. After you know, this is where everything's smoothed out. You have, you know, a little bit of the fornication stuff. He was a Sherpa who climbed Everest. Mr. K knows his stuff. Who's generally regarded as the godfather of soul? Well, I would have... Oh, hang on. Godfather of soul? Because James Brown's godfather of funk, isn't he? Is there something wrong with the audio? Is it quiet? I don't know, you have to tell me, mate, because I can't hear it. Yeah, but he's the godfather of funk. James Brown had he. He's the godfather of funk. Are you sure? I think I would have gone for Sam Cooke or Ray Charles. Oh, there's an echo. Right, hang on. One, two, three, four, one. Oh, I see the problem. So you can't hear any music from the game, can you? Right, bear with me. I'll have this fixed. Oh, hello Retro Vertigos. I think it's the first time you've come across as well. Nice to see you. Right, I'll get this fixed. Sorry, my bad. I thought something wasn't right. You'll now be able to hear. Right, you should now be able to hear the music from the thingy now. Hi. Godfather of Soul. Okay, I'll go with what my viewers tell me, but I think it's wrong. So I'm ready to be proven wrong. I think it's either Ray Charles or Sam Cooke. I'd probably be going for Sam Cooke, but it's, oh, I stand corrected. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. It's a good job you lot are out there. Oh, I've been locked into this space. I don't know what the point of this is. Oh, I could have gone for that 20p. Who was the first theatrical night? Thank you. I got it fixed. Yeah, I made a mistake with the setup. I had two microphones set up instead of one microphone and one capturing the output. Yes, you were right, Hattie. Yes. Yes. I'm glad you're here to point that out. Thank you very much. Who was the first theatrical night? I reckon it's going to be Curveball Nights who say nee. Because I don't know who Henry Irving is. Larry. I actually own, believe it or not, well, I own a signed photograph of a Larry. Henry Irving or Michael Redgrave. I reckon it's going to be Henry Irving because I've never heard of him. Anybody got any ideas? I'll throw it out. I'll phone a friend. Oh, your old style game is guessing Laurence Olivier, but I don't think he became a knight until like the late 70s. Patrick says Irving. I don't think Larry was a knight because he wasn't a knight when he did what do you call it? Not two Ronnies, the other ones. When he did Eric and Ernie. Michael Knight. Mr. K doesn't know. Batfink says knee. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Henry Irving because I don't think it was Larry. Unless anyone knows for sure. Get in. Instinct. In Greek mythology, here we go. This is an Egghead's question. In Greek mythology, whom did Apollo's lyra come from? Right, hang on a minute. I'm going to phone a friend here. If anybody's got any ideas, have a think about it. I'm just going to see if I've got someone available. I know you lot are pretty hot on your Greek mythology, but no. So, the person I was going to ask isn't available. Oh, hang on, here we go. Mr. K says Minos was a king and Hector was a warrior killed by Achilles. Hermes is the god of the postman, apparently. So, Sean says Hermes. Right, hang on a minute. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to hit my mute for a second. Right, you should be able to hear me now. So, Emlyn Huges is bound to know, isn't it? So I called a Greek person, and they didn't know. So, is there money line on this? Yeah, we've got 10p going on this. I didn't Google. I called a Greek person. We're not Googling, but we can ask real people, and they said they haven't got a clue. So if an actual yeah, if an actual Greek person would not know the answer to this, I'm pretty sure. Right. So what was the guess? Somebody said. Did somebody guess Hermes? This is tense. Yeah, 10 pence. Right. We're going to go for Hermes. We're going to go for Hermes because they do deliveries, don't they? So if it came from someone and somebody said it was to do with post, yeah, Hermes, right. Oh, no, don't do that. Process of elimination. Right, where are we now? Right, let's go over here. Which team won the first FA Cup finals in 1872? I know this. Or do I? What's the matter, Hattie? Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't bring everything down. We've got to keep things up, remember? Hermes is the messenger of the gods. Well, I'm glad you as a Were you a Scotsman, Mr. K? I've forgotten. I'm glad you know that as a possible Scotsman because the Greek person I asked didn't have a clue. I think the first FA Cup final was won by older Wanderers, says Mr. K. With the flying shoes, yeah. The messenger of the gods, the knocker on the door, and running away before you could answer. In my experience, Hermes. Don't worry, OSG. Life is about things happening, transpiring, and doing, and we're all travelling through. You know, don't let me get dark though. I'm not going to get dark. Everything is full of levity and happiness and excitement, but we're chilling out because it's. I think this is Old Etonians. No, FA Cup final. Wanderers. Hattie knows this one. Everyone says Wanderers, right? Wanderers. Correct. Well done, Hattie and everybody else. He said one. Patrick. Nice to see you, Patrick. Oh, what does this do? Oh no. It's a bit technical, this one. Who played Anne Bancroft's husband in The Graduate? Well, it wasn't Dustin Hoffman. Accrington, a future premiere. Over there. This makes Zeus music quiz look like Charles Play, and I felt miserable. Actually, have you noticed I've actually got a green screen behind me here? So for special effects, I could do green screen on that, you know. Yeah, it wasn't Dustin Hoffman, we know that, because He played the one that Mrs. Robinson seduced, and Anne Bancroft was Mrs. Robinson, I think. So it's between Dick Miller and Murray Hamilton. Dick Miller rings a bell. Alright, Hattie is checking out on this one. Well, Dick Miller. Batfink's phone's going off. He's phoning a friend. Dick Miller. Murray Hamilton. Either Dick or Murray, says Mr. K. Well, Dick Miller sounds to me, for that kind of film... Oh, Patrick's going Murray Hamilton. Right, okay, I'm going to go with Patrick on this one. First firm. Well done, Patrick. Right, I think I have to time this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, there we go. Ah. Right, I'll get this. No, I won't. Right. Who had a #1 hit in 1980 with Coward of the County? If it's the Greek, tell him it was Hermes. Well done, Camille's. Right. It wasn't Glenn Campbell. I'll tell you what, Glenn Campbell, Mr. K. First of all, he was of Scottish heritage, and Glenn Campbell, I can tell you something, is the one person I have ever heard. He could play. He was an outstanding singer, an outstanding guitarist, but he is, above all that, he's the only man I've heard play the bagpipes and make them sound good. I remember telling my granddad before he, a little while before he died, I said, Glenn Campbell, the only man I've ever heard play the bagpipes and be brilliant at it. I'm needed in work tomorrow. Sorry, Batfink. Hattie's going for Nee Rogers. Oh, and she knows this, right? You were 6 years old. Well, I was born in 1980, and your mother tortured you a lot with Kenny Rogers. Right, okay then. All Star Gaming's run out of beer. Kenny Rogers. God, this is looking a bit tight. I need to get my skates on it. Right. What should you be served if you order... French food question. What should you be served... what should you be served if you order bigarnou? Or as they say in Scotland, bigarnou. But in France they probably say bigarnou. Oh, c'est bigarnou. I don't think it's snails because they're escargot. And I think oysters are like oya, something oya. Oyev or something like that. So I reckon it must be winkles. They have bigarnou winkles. Have the big bigarnous winkles. Oh, does that mean? Hang on, no, hang on. Yeah, but you're hanging around, aren't you? You're hanging around. OSG, you won't leave us, OSG, will you? You won't leave us. You won't be going anywhere. Snails is escargot, unless it's special snails, is it, Hattie? Do you know? Shane says snails, but that I thought that was escargot. Is it a kind of... Is it a kind of snail? Yeah, that's why it's escargot. But I don't know. Yes, yes, Zeus's streams are wonderful. Yes, they're wonderful. But you've missed some amazing stuff. Ellie says it's snails. Right, okay, then we're going to go. It's a type of snail because I guess, you know, there's different. Right, we're going for snails. This is quite a fun stream as well, though. Retro Game Viewer. This is quite fun. And even what's really fun is if you subscribe, because then the number that's down there, is down there now somewhere, that goes up. And if you like, it goes up as well, and you see it on the screen. Right, we're going to go for snails. Uh-oh, we're in trouble now. Who created Barry Mackenzie? Don't think that. Barry Mackenzie. I can't remember Barry Mackenzie being a Peter Cook character. So it's between Barry Humphries and Willie Rushton. It's Winkles, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, OSG. No, it's not snails. It's not snails, Sean. It's some. I think it's Winkles. Right, OSG is saying Barry Humphries, so I think we're going to go with that. Well done, mate. Oh, I've got caught on this stupid thing. What city has a baseball team called the Indians? That's the Cleveland Indians, isn't it? Oh yeah, Barry Humphries. I was thinking, I was thinking of Barry Took when it said Barry Humphries. Yeah, Barry's the real Australian. He's all like that, and he's all love. He's like that, isn't he? Yeah, Zeus is wonderful. He's amazing. He's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. You should definitely go back there, and you should come here as well and subscribe. And I'll subscribe to you, Retro Game Viewer. I guess you've got some great videos, and everyone should subscribe to you as well. They can just right-click on your name to do it. Yeah, a winkle is a marine snail. Cleveland Indians, isn't it? It's Cleveland, I thought so. Oh, Mr. K knows as well, yeah. Hattie, you've come up with some good ones. It's not doing anything. There we go. On to the next one. Which British boxer took Ali 5 rounds in 1972? Henry Cooper fought him in the 60s and he beat him fair and square, and they used smelling salts to bring him round. So I think it's Richard Dunn. I think it's Richard Dunn. Excuse me. I just need to move off camera. Oh, I think I've got some of that lubricant up my nose. No, it's not Cooper. Cooper fought him in 63 or 64. Never fought him again. Cooper was retired by 72, I think. Okay, man, well there's some good stuff on here. Patrick's just started doing some more videos. Patrick Furlon, he's worth subscribing to. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to me, but I do all kinds of stuff. So you might get bored with my stuff. Cooper beat Ali. He beat him fair and square, and Ali used smelling salts to bring him around. So the record is Ali won, but he cheated. He put a hammer on him, Mr. K. He put a hammer on him, and Ali couldn't live with it. Okay, Sean. I think it's Richard Dunn. I think I seem to remember Ali doing one of those rhymes where he sort of said, you know, done in one, you know, that he went through all the people. Yeah, I was looking at that A1200 CD32 Trivial Pursuits. I was going to check it out this week, and we can maybe do it next time around. Leo, I have seen it. Thank you for pointing it out to me. I didn't want to fight with the CD32 thing because I had a few things to do before. Yeah, sorry, Hattie. It's just that Zeus and his streams, they're so exciting, and then you know, he just goes on and on. It is very exciting. We've got 14 viewers. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. I'm going to go for Richard Dunn. Yeah, but Hattie's got to get up to sell her hats in the morning. Yeah, Done in one. I remember that one. What happens if the ball clears the bar in a... Right. Gaelic football. That's Irish, isn't it? Have we got any Irish people here? Yeah, Cooper was 63 or 64, I think. And he stuck the hammer on him and he went down. I can't remember what I said now, Hattie, to that for the ha-ha Rob indeed. Oh yeah, about 1 point. 1 point. Mr. K says 1 point, and we're going to trust him because Scottish is probably the closest we've got to Irish. Yeah, good man. Which popular dance originated in Argentina? Isn't the tango Argentinian? Oh, who's going? Is somebody leaving? All right. Good night, Brett. Thank you for coming tonight, mate. You take care, pal. It is tango, isn't it? I'm going for tango. Getting a bit close to the edge of the screen here. What does that mean? Who succeeded Vic Feather as General Secretary of the TUC? Night batters. Rob just says I do. Sadly, I don't. What do I say you do that you don't? I can't remember. Oh yeah. No, sell hats, yes. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't sell hats. I sell hats though. Who succeeded Vic Feather? Who can forget Vic Feather? Was it Frank? Was it Len Murray? Arthur Scargill was the head of the miners' union. I don't think it was it Scargill? TUC is the trade union council, I think. And that was the body that all the unions sort of came under, and most of the unions were affiliated with in the 80s and the 70s when we had lots of strikes. Yeah. I've got a feeling it was Len Murray. Arthur Scargill was the miners' union, and I don't... I'm going to go for Len Murray. Does anybody oppose me? Congress, yeah. I don't think... Thing is, it was quite... For the 80s, it would have been quite... I'm going to go for Len Murray. I've just got Len Murray in my head. Oh, bums. Alright, okay. We get another chance. Who had a girlfriend called Luby Lou? Ah, sorry, I just went for that. I just went for that, sorry. Which family's eldest son was John Boyd? Waltons. Sorry. What? That was the Waltons. Oh, I'm going on the mental one here. Wait, right, okay, I'm stopping. When did that feel a bit ashamed. When did the French Revolution begin? I said Waltons, but they said it wasn't. John Boy was the Waltons. He was the oldest, and he said no. Well, the Waltons one was straightforward, and it just said no. I think that was a mistake. So which? Yes, he was the oldest. Yeah, Andy Pandy was Looby Loo. Right, okay, it's 1789. We know it's 1789. We know this is right. Right, Mary Stopes published work on... Well, I know this. I've already mentioned that I know about this. It's birth control. It's birth control. Who won a coat of many colours? Joseph. Hang on a sec here. I'm just going to have to mute this for a second. That was my Greek person calling up to say the answer was Hermes. all the answers are completely crazy. I've just put them all. Yeah, it is broke. It is broke. Who wrote The School for Scandal? Emlyn's gone rogue on us. Look at Emlyn sitting there. Look at his face. He's got the face of a man who's going, I've just completely and utterly done you over. He is. He just sits there again. And we can't even send it back to him and get a refund on our download. Which MP wrote The School for Scandal? I'm going to look this one up myself. And just... That's the problem with these things. They always go wrong. I wonder if this is a bad crack. Who wrote it? Right, it's Richard Sherrington. The answer is Richard Sherrington. And I've probably just wobbled that all over the screen. Right. Oh, thank you very much. It's not left me with much to do. Under whose premiership will life... What? I didn't even select that one. That was complete. What nationality was Marconi's father? God, we're right on the edge of it here. Well, it seems to have suddenly have decided that it's gonna... No, it's come back. It's come back to us. What nationality was Marconi's father? Italian. Italian. Right, we're going for Italian. Okay. Just come there. Ah, oh, fuck. What's receding from Earth by ½ an inch a year? What is receding from Earth by ½ an inch a year? The moon, right? Leo says the moon. Yeah, I was a bit confused. I'm going to look that one up as well. Maybe they should spend a bit less time animating the they should spend a little bit less time animating the coins and see, here's the moon receding from the earth. Half an inch seems very small anyway. Right, yeah. It's about 1.6 inches a year. So hang on, how is the... Mars, yeah, it was, the answer was the moon. Because I doubt the answer is going to be, oh yeah, well we all know that the moon's moving an inch and a half away and the Mars is moving a half an inch away. They probably are cougar hens. Thank you, Ellie, that's very kind. Sean, you want another round of this? Oh, the game was slightly fixed. I think we're still on, yeah, I think we are still on 10p. Ellie, you have to tell all your friends. See, now you're bringing politics into this, and Zeus says, Robert, I don't want to see any politics going in, no misery. We're not talking about any doom. We've had the sex, we've had the gambling. I don't know whether I should do more quiz or money for a shoddy condom. You can still get them. I should have done a link. Different quiz? Right. I'll see what's out there. Hang on. Because last time we did this, when we tried to get different quiz in, it all went a little bit funny. Let's see. Excuse me. Cool. That disgusting huge. Oh, I can see myself on this little screen here. I'm talking. That's lovely. That disgusting huge bowl of chili I had earlier is starting to. Now, Hattie, I don't want you being tired at work tomorrow. We could try. Sextimates? No, I don't think we're going to do that. Question of sport. We've done pub trivia simulator already. I thought these are sort of German games. Discovery Trivia 1 by Micro Illusions. Hang on, this one. Oh, that's another German one. Let's try Discovery if I can find it. This is a 1986 game, so whether this works on 1.3. Let's give it a try. We'll see how fiendish it is if I can find it. If anybody knows any cure for this horrible red scabbiness I've got on my nose, please feel free to suggest it. I might rub some of that hand cream stuff on it. Good night, Hattie. You take care, mate. Do I have wind vice? I don't. I could get it. Oh, my back. My back's starting to hurt because I've set this screen slightly low. Why am I... I'm just trying to find another game and we'll see what we find. Close was the weather. She gave me. This might be it. It might not be, but we'll give it a go. Lights, action, sound. Pow wow, pow wow, pow wow, wow. Lights, action, sound. Right, I'm just trying to see if we can get this loaded up. This wonderful new game. What excitement! What excitement! We're going for a game that was made over 32 years ago. Nice, contemporary. This is probably, I should probably just quickly, because I... Alright, this, I've got a feeling this isn't what I think it is. I've got a feeling this is completely the wrong thing. This doesn't look like a 1986 game to me. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, this isn't a 1986 game, that's a Ray Trace title. Up front, come on. What have I downloaded? It's got jolly nice music, hasn't it? But just, yeah, there's absolutely not a chance I've downloaded the thing. What is it? Does anybody know what this is? That oh, is that Ellie going? See you later, Ellie. Thank you for joining us, mate. Catch up with you again sometime soon. Really appreciate you joining us. Have you tried asking a doctor from Diprobase E40? I'm not putting Diprobase on. And I don't know. I won't use any of those things. E45 doesn't work for me. I've got some. I do have some. In fact, I've got some stuff that's like this for the face somewhere. I think I'll try some of this. Probably do. No, I don't really play C64. I used to play a lot with my mate Tom. Just hold your fire button. Insert the disc and then the game itself will be loaded. Right, I don't know what this thing is that I've downloaded. It's not what I thought it was. I'm pretty sure. Who's this? Music Resources Gaming Nicole Marie T. Hello there, Music Resources Gaming Nicole Marie T. Nice to see you. Wow, this game, I've never seen a game that's got more title screens. It's something called Discovery, I think. Um, I was trying to get a quiz game up, and it's another title screen. Yeah, I don't think I've got the right thing here, so let's see if we can find another game that is... what is it that's... Yeah, it can't be the same game. Well, if we keep on like this, I'm just going to have to draw a picture. Ah, hang on, what's this? Power Play. The Game of the Gods. Discs 1, players 1 to 4. Right, let's give that a spin. Thing is, there's a lot of games that aren't on the websites, and you have to have one of them. You have to have one of them the archives what have all the games in, so that you can find what was it called again? Power Play. Power Play, the Game of the Gods. And this is a quiz game, apparently. I'm getting more of an itch to draw a picture. I'm feeling like we're nearly at time for artwork. So if this doesn't work, if this turns out to be another load of rubbish, I could well be... Work. Power Play. Game of the Gods. Here we go. So this game is now 31 years old, and we fire it up and we see what happens. Oh, it's a quiz game with a strategy element. Pub trivia. We might get that out again. Oh, this is like... Oh, it's got Hermes in this one. I don't know if you noticed that. It did say it features Hermes. Yeah, it's Amiga. Nicole Marie T, is that right? Spanish questions. Right, so it has got a quiz element. Excellent. What's it doing? Do I have to click something? What's the trick here? Oh no, it's still loading. If you want to see an amazing trick, Nicole Marie T, if you press the subscribe button, then that subscriber number down there in the corner of the screen, just down that way, it goes up one. And if you hit the like button, the like goes up one as well. It's really good. You might want to try it sometime. It's a really amazing little thing you could try. Wow, this is getting hot. This PC is getting really hot. Oh, ooh, that's really, really hot. That's hot, that is. Yeah, that's probably partly why I had... Oh god, that is hot. Oh, enter number of players. Okay, 1. Oh, that's interesting. That looks like the bottom plane of the screen. The top plane is running in low res, and then they've got the bottom plane's running in high res. Interesting. Ah, I see how the number's gone up there, Nicole Marie. I didn't see the light. I've got the thing in the way of the light. See? Oh, it looks like the likes might have gone up as well, or have they? I don't know. Brilliant. Enter game difficulty level 4. Oh, there we go. Right. Are we going to be... Well, Hermes is the god of trickery. That sounds about right. The trickery of knocking on your door, running away with your parcel before you can get down to it. Or just driving past your door, or throwing your parcel through the window. That's pretty tricky. They picked some pretty handsome faces here. There's a kind of... I mean, they don't all look very Greek. The only one that looks a bit Greek is that Hegate there. She looks a bit sort of very northern Greek, sort of Macedonian way from the villages around there. Maybe Aphrodite looks a tad Greek. Leo. I see you smiling, Sean. I can't remember if you tested that number down there to see if it goes up. I think you did, but they have very. I think they're quite realistic looking. I don't know how to select one though. How do I select it? Apollo? Do I type it in? Does this require a joystick? Lights, action, sound. Right. Slight problem here. Ah, hang on, maybe it should be a... Ah, there we go, you just push the number 1. Thanks, Sean. Right. Input devices, Apollo, keyboard. Oh, no, keyboard will do. Right, let's get that to work. I need to switch off something I've just switched on. God, back to the days of when you had to guess what keys did what. Yeah, you should try them, Nicole. The Amiga, like Zeus says, was the last real, genuine gaming computer system. And this is one of the earliest ones, and I'm currently trying to figure out... Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just do a joystick and then hit fire. Alright, mouse 1 will do then. How do you select it? Is Lucas Rainford the guy in at the Leicester Museum? You can save the game in all current versions of WinUAE. It's on the MISC menu, Sean. Right, if anybody knows what I do to select this device. A game called Satan. Well, this is going really well. Oh, it's an F1, F2. Oh, no, I've pushed the wrong key there. Well, I am baffled. You press shift. Wow. Some of you guys are incredible that you remember this stuff. Yeah, I'm trying. It's not. I bet you it's enter or something silly like that. Let's have a look and see if we can find out. Right. Good old Game of the Gods, Courtyard, take these, blah 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 blah, all the families, playing options. Press 1 to each will ask to select goddess, each will ask we input the Ah, right, okay. You press escape. Of course you do. Hercules, the most famous Greek hero. Set your army, Apollo. Persephone. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it. Heracles. Oh, ooh, was it? Yeah, Orpheus. Oh, quizzes is what we want. Quizzes, quizzes is. Wow, it's hard to get to the quizzes is. Right. I've got a feeling this is going to be somewhat underwhelming. Right, so let me just get this right. I am looking at my bunch at the bottom here of the screen over this way, and I'm up against kind of dog people. There's a bloke that looks like a Jack Russell, a couple of blokes that look like Jack Russells, and I've got a girl here who's sort of hopping up and down. Ah, there's a question. Here we go. Well, what happened? Well, right, I've no idea what happened then, so just okay, history and geography. What is the county town? Oh, is that? Well, it doesn't even give me a chance to read it. I don't even see how to answer the question. It just sits here doing nothing, and then... I don't... Oh, right, okay, so... oh look, it looks like what's his face? That actor. Great news, everyone. It's time for the pub quiz trivia simulator. I'll subscribe to your channel, Nicole Marie. I'll have a look at your music channel stuff, music production stuff. I can't play that anymore. It looks rubbish. I'm going back to the tried and trusted, and I don't think I'm up to drawing pictures tonight. Although I could draw a picture, but I think a bit of pub quiz trivia. Here we go. Apollo looks like Emlyn Huges. Right, here we go. This is a proper quiz game, and we'll go with this one. And the Minotaur, 10p. Game on. We'll go for a music quiz. Who recorded Jumping Jack Flash? Is it rude to drink on camera? Probably. Bear in a second. Jumping Jack Flash is Rolling Stones, isn't it? Stones, yeah. Right, one of these. What is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle? I think it's 180 degrees, isn't it? Yeah, it was the Rolling Stones. Good boy. At least we know what we're in for, yeah. 180, yeah, I'm going for 180. I'm pretty sure it's 180. Oh. Yeah, it's one of those. I'm going to have to slow it down a bit, give everyone a chance to reply. What is the name of Knight Rider's car? Now, it's not Sit. It's not... and it is Kit. and I believe it's kit spelt with 2 T's, and we've got a few kits with 2 T's. I'll hang on to see if we've got any more kits with 2 T's. That's kit 2. We're talking about homebrews. Kit. Okay, we're going kit. What? I lost 10p? Oh, I did A. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh, I'm getting tired. See, even I can make mistakes. Now we've seen Zeus make it, you know, under pressure occasionally. Do you reckon that one's a bloke or a woman? I think that's a woman. Yeah, I pressed the wrong one. I knew it was one with 2 T's. I reckon that's meant to be a woman. Joan of Arc is a heroine of which country? It's France, isn't it? Yeah, if you go out in the first couple of rounds, you get game over. You have to have some money in the bank. It's France, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it France? I should have said again in the stream. I'll tell you something. If you guys want to follow a really good channel, check out the Retro Hour podcast channel and subscribe to those guys because they are really good. It's complete coincidence. I don't know the guys, but it's Ravi Abbott and Dan Wood. Dan Wood works at a local radio station. He's in the I think he's between production and management there now. And every week they do like a show that's about an hour, and they interview the best people in the industry, the best. So if you have any interest in Amiga history or Commodore history, most consoles, but they get so many really good guys. They get the best guys. So like they've had Dave Haney, they've had well, they've spoken to RJ set off the program. Ravi interviewed him a couple of years ago. They've had they get what's his name, Pleasance, that used to run Commodore UK. I mentioned your channel, OSG, all the time. You've got to subscribe to OSG as well, definitely. I have, mate. I have mentioned you. I talk about you all the time. Often when you're not around, I've mentioned. I have. But check them out as well, OSG. If you check them out, then they'll check you out. I'm telling you, they're really good. France. Yes. What is a spinet? It is a musical instrument, I believe. Yeah, definitely sub for old style gaming, definitely. But I'm telling you, OSG, you want to check out the Retro Hour. Those guys are doing what they're doing is what you're doing is historical, but what they're doing is historic. Like the people they're interviewing, they're getting really good interviews. So many times I listen to them and I think, because I listen to people and I think, oh yeah, you're doing your interview, but if I was doing it, I'd ask this. And then seconds later they ask the question that I've got on mind. And I think, yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good if you're asking the questions I'd be asking, because I'm pretty good like that. But they've had some quality people on there. You got to subscribe to Old Style Gaming though. I did, and I said earlier, yeah, help me out. I got that thing, and I added the things on. I did have a lot of tags. I don't know if you realise I had a lot of tags on a lot of my videos, but it just gave me like 2 or 3 extra ones on a few of them. So I think this is a musical instrument. I mention all the time OSG. And we're both Sunderland followers, I should say. Do you ever get to the matches? I'm going to make this a musical instrument. I'm going for this. Ooh. Bruce Springsteen? Bruce Springsteen, is it? The River? It's not called River, it's The River, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's Bruce Springsteen. Dire Straits records are Communique, Dire Straits the first one, Love Over Gold, Brothers in Arms. They've got one called something like Extended Dance EP, and the 88 one, I can't think what it's called. Elton John is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, I think his first record, self-titled. Too Low for Zero. Blue Moves. Dire Straits have got one called Blue Moves, that's right. Or Blue Movies, or something like that. Making Movies, or something like that. And has Elton John got one called Blue Moves? Getting confused. Used to go all the time. I don't blame you, mate, find it hard at the time, because it's an absolute disgrace what that bloke's doing to the club. Absolute disgrace. He's mothballed the club. He's, you know, he doesn't seem to understand that it's a football team and not you know, like some company that he can just wind up chunks off of. It's an embarrassment. It's embarrassment what's happened to Sunderland. And the bloke's put, you know, you can't fault him for putting money in, but I can't believe he isn't getting money out of it. People that are stinking rich, that have got billions of pounds of money, don't dump their money in, you know, they don't get money by dumping it in things for no good reason. I cannot believe he isn't making money out of the whole scheme. I don't know how he's doing it, but I've got an idea, but this is Bruce Springsteen and it's The River, the album, not River. I thought I was going to get stuck for a second then. Where is the Oaks Run? Where is the Oaks Run? Right, this is a horse racing one. Yeah, it was Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, it's The River. It's The River, and that, I think that came out. That's a double album, I think. Got a feeling that's a double album. I tell you what, mate. I won't go into the Sunderland stuff too much, but I can tell from the things that are happening on that forum SMB. I can tell from the things that they're sort of saying, oh well, the club don't have any influence over us. The club do have an influence over them, because they're deleting anything that's, or for a while they were certainly deleting anything that had anything to do with administration. There is the bloke. He's made his life, his money out of winding up companies, and then he hired Bain, who was there to see Rangers get wound up. I think we're absolutely stuffed. And it's yeah, but the thing is, Wimbledon didn't reform. They took the club away from them and they franchised it. And then Milton Keynes, Dons, you know, obviously did what they did. But the new Wimbledon side, it's taken years for them to come up. They're not, and they've still nowhere near achieved what they did. I mean, they won the FA Cup. Wimbledon, the old Wimbledon, it's ridiculous. Where is the Oaks Run? Is it Cheltenham, Aintree or Epsom? Anybody got any ideas? There must be some horse punters out there. Nicole Marie, OSG is the biggest YouTuber on here that I'm aware of at present. Yeah, play football for Sunderland boys, yeah. Whereabouts are you from in Sunderland, Old Star Gaming? My dad was, oh blimey, I think, well, my granddad, I think, was from Seaham, I think. And, yeah, I had quite a lot of family there over the years, and I lost touch with most of them now. Not a lot of them have died off. It's a shame, really. C, I guess. Houghton Le Spring. Aye. Near Seaham, yeah. Yeah, very different. I mean, I haven't been up there for ages, but it's changed. Everything changes, doesn't it? In fact, the last time I was up there, I think Roker Park was still around. And you live in Essex, Nicole Mariti. Well, I'm in Nottingham at the minute. I'm about 5 minutes walk away from the National Video Games Arcade, which I think is a bit of a swindle. And I am, and they have Game City up here as well. I don't think they did it last year, but I think it's back this year, which I'm not involved with either. They had a thing up the other week, actually, some gaming thing. I don't bother going to any of these events. Oh, it's having swapping my stream title for Daz's. Huh. It's interesting. Yeah, there was something weird going on with Daz's stream, actually. That was strange. Yeah, it was a while ago. I might have been up since. I've probably been up since. I forgot. It's just the last time I remember when I did anything notable up there. I have to go back soon because there's only me and one other left now from my that really have an attachment to up there. I'll get up there and see a game sometime soon. Although they'll probably come and play. Yeah, I'm in Nottingham, Sean, and I used to go through to the Oaks. You're guessing. Oaks at Cheltenham, Oaks at Aintree, Oaks at Epsom. I'm going to go for C as well, I think. Oh, do you know Joey Essex? Let's go Epsom. If I can get there. Oh, come on! I didn't get time to get there. Yeah, I used to go through to Coventry a lot because my former partner lived there when we first commenced our relationship. Yeah. I used to see. Oh, what am I doing? I used to go to a little village called something. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was called. There's a little village, not a village. Well, it is a villagey sort of towny villagey. Should come up end of June. Biggest retro gaming. Is it? Well, they've just had the Blackpool one, I know, because loads of people were heading up there. There's something, you know, the thing is, I don't know if it's just because at the minute I don't feel like looking backward. I find it okay, Nicole, you take care, my friend. Nice to see you. We'll be doing other streams in the future, so thank you for joining us. Check out OSG stuff. He's got tons of videos. He does loads of work on it. He's really good. He doesn't speak much on his ones though, because he gets. I've heard the one where he does speak, unless he's taking it down. And also check out Zeusdaz. He's pretty cool. Check out Patrick, but certainly check out OSG. Check him out. You take care, my friend. Who hit Russell Hart? That's Grace Jones, isn't it? That's got to be Grace Jones. She beat him savagely. Oh, I started to yawn a bit. Oh. It's not John McEnroe. Getting very sleepy. Do one more round of this, then I'm going to chip it in for the night, I think. On this camera at the minute, I look like I've got no beard at the front. It's just because the colour's going from my beard. By the way, Camilles, if you can set me up with a wife, I'll certainly entertain all comers. I did watch, I watched some of the videos you liked on your channel actually, which I found quite interesting, Camilles. But I won't bring up my opinions on here. But I have opinions. I have opinions. So this is Grace Jones. I know this to be the truth. How many bones are there in the human body? That's a great question. How many bones are there in the human body? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, right, okay. 206. Are you sure, Mr. K? Is that a lamp on the wall behind me? Yeah, it is a lamp. It is. Do you know what? I've got two lamps like this. Oh, hang on. It's the other one you're looking at. Two. I've got two. There's one there and there's one just behind that disc that I leave floating in the middle of my room. Just there. In fact, if I'm really careful, let me see. I might be able to just take that. Yeah, take that disc down. Just put it back up there. So yeah, they are lamps, and I was using those lamps rather than I've got another one over in my kitchen, which is just over there. I was using that instead of the kitchen one because I looked at the kitchen lamp and it said 100 watts on it. I thought, oh, I've got to get another bulb for that, and I didn't get one for ages, so I've avoided using that, and I was using these lamps which I thought were going to be low power. Then I opened them up. In fact, that one was 70 watts, the one I got in the kitchen, and then I opened these up to have a look at them and see what was in them, and they were 100 watts a piece. So when I was putting it on, they were gobbling 200 watts. Unbelievable. And they weren't very bright. Right, OSG, you take care, mate. You drive carefully, and hopefully we get a few results and the club's saved. But I think we're snookered. I think we are completely done for. Why won't you move? Ah! I haven't eaten it yet. I've still got to wait for the occasion. I'm going to complete one more level of this. One level of this. I'm going to get to the end one. We haven't even got to the bonus round yet. I've still got that in reserve, that baby food. I may well eat that on the video at some point. Because the thing is, it's funny, you look at that food and you say, oh, I'm not going to eat that. Oh, it's disgusting. But it's not like it's dog food. It's meant for babies to eat, you know. I don't understand why some letters are in lowercase. Why is the only letter, well, one of the only letters that should be uppercase, that Shane should be uppercase. Simple as that. Well, they're not normal bulbs in those. They're what I didn't realise is that they're floodlight bulbs, believe it or not. And well, That's that one you can see. Yeah, they're floodlight bulbs, and the glass is so thick and it holds in so much light that you need 100 watts for the light to come out. I couldn't believe. In fact, one of them went. That's the only reason I knew it was so high, and I don't think I can get a replacement for those. Oh, did it say the? Yeah, it did say the wrong thing, didn't it? It did say the Poogs. That's Yaz, isn't it? That's Yaz. The only way is up. No, no, no. No, no. There we go. I'm going to go all the way to the top on music questions. Which of the following is not a Spandau Ballet album? Well, True is a Spandau Ballet album. Okay, no worries, pal. I'll drop you a PM. Thank you. I'm not really a C64 person, but I can certainly have a look. Me and my mate Tom used to play C64 before I got my Amiga, and then when he saw my Amiga, he wanted an Amiga, and he ended up getting my Amiga, and I got the 1200 in the end. Thank you very much, OSG. Thank you for your help, and yeah, everyone should check out your channel. And I have been pushing it. Sometimes when you're not here, I was like, "Where's OSG? Where's OSG? Where is he?" Even when you're here, sometimes I say, "Where is he?" We kept asking where you were in the other stream. You know, you take it easy, mate, and drive carefully. So I reckon Banshee might be a Spandau Ballet album. So I'm going to say Through the Barricades. Well, what do I know? I'm an idiot. Not once have I got to the top of this thing. Boom, 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 boom. That's Bubbles. I just want to get to the top of this thing. Who plays Dale Boy? Well, we all know that's David Jason. Jack Lemmon. Jack Lemmon. There's two Jokers. On which race course would you find... Right. We don't know that, do we? We don't know. We don't know this because we don't know. We've established that none of us know anything about horse racing. But Beecher's Brook. Beecher's Brook. Beecher's Brook. Beecher's Brook. We're here today at Epsom. Beach. Epsom. 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 Ah! Yeah. I tried to do it via a process of elimination in my mind to what sounded like right for the commentators to say, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. So I think I'm going to have to call it a night there, because that is that's me just about snookered. Although, you know, if I was good, I'd keep going all night. I've got 7 viewers. Now how that translates is that it means that on my YouTube viewing hours, for those who are wondering, How long have I been going for? Oh, so I've been going for 2 hours, so that means I've got like 14 hours or something of watch time that adds. So, but you know, you get to the point where you're just doing rubbish, don't you? And I'm not doing it purely to keep the watch time up. It's just, you know. Oh, people are starting to drop off. So yeah. Yeah, but if you did it, Leo, you would get people watching. That's the thing. You would get regular people that watch all the time. God, I look really old. Yeah, it's crazy. Capitalise everything except some people's names sometimes. It's great to grow up the olden days. Well, this thing's worked out quite well, hasn't it? That's quite good, and that's quite good. I deliberately did it in a it's in a sort of terminal font thing, so it looks a bit more computery. Yeah, I'm going to be winding it up in the next few minutes. Heading straight to bed, mate. I've got a tiny bit of water left in my bottle. But has it been exciting? You know, we've covered a lot of ground, I think. Well, I didn't do a picture today. I might do a picture in the week. Good night, Leo. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling a bit achy. But I really appreciate everybody that's joined tonight. It's fantastic. I better dispose of that. It is literally a sandwich bag with a bit of Vaseline rubbed on. It's great. It keeps a bit of track than you, yeah. Yeah, this is quite good. I spent a little while setting this up. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the quiz. I'm trying to think of things to do. I am going to do some stuff that isn't computery at all. I think this channel is going to be the place for that. For me, just general stuff. I like the chat delay. Well, the delay, if you go onto Twitter, if you do it from Twitter, I'm pretty sure you'll find the delay is a lot shorter. And as long as Restream keeps working, I will try and stream to YouTube and Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter, Twitch. Did I say Twitter before? Twitch. Twitch. If you go on Twitch, it's pretty good. The gap, the difference is about 2 or 3 seconds there. I can't. I mean, I can try and make it. There's only a couple of things I can do to try and make it a little bit more responsive, but I need to test that and see what the compromise is, because it's a little bit indistinct how YouTube describe it. What I don't want to do is reduce the latency so it's the minimum, but we lose important features like recording, the archiving of the program. I don't think that's what gets lost, but I know that at the very least we'd lose the DVR functions, so that I don't know how many people come to a stream and go, oh, I've missed the beginning, oh, I better start from the very beginning, or whether people like to jump in where it is, but I think I'd lose that at the very least. So it might be for those that want to have really responsive chat, they might need to go to the Twitter page, which Twitch, which is just twitch.tv/Amiga Rob, which I will really try to simulcast to. I'll be trying to use Restream. Restream provide the chat. I counted in 11, so the Twitch. I mean, let me see if I can demonstrate with Twitch actually, and we can test if I'm still signed into Twitch. That is. Oh, pointer stopped moving now. I think I've just lost my touchpad. This could be a problem. Oh no, I've got it back. Ooh. Okay, might be having a hardware failure here. Right, we'll do a test before I finish here. Spare me a second. Because I think my trackpad has just crashed. Here we go. Trackpad's come back now. I did enough to reset it, okay. Right, what we'll do is right, so what I'm going to try and do is go to Twitch right now. God, this PC is absolutely boiling. I'm going to have to get myself a desktop to do this streaming from, because these laptops just can't keep cool. If anybody's got any recommendations for a decent desktop motherboard and CPU with a good price to performance ratio, I will gladly listen. And it's so I'm just going to Twitch right now, and what I'm going to do is try and write a comment from there, and then we can count in how long it takes to actually enter onto the video stream. Although for some reason Twitch is running extremely slow for me now. So, right, I'm in the stream chat now. And okay. Right, after I gave it big ones saying that I was streaming to Twitch as well, it looks like it's not actually... Oh no, it is live, yeah. I was about to say, it looks like it's not streaming to there, right. Right, okay. So... Right, so I'm typing in the message now. So here we go, test. Ooh, message. Chat. And we'll see how long it takes. So I've just pushed the button there. And we'll see how long it takes to come through. Oh, hang on. Right, it's already come up on the stream for me. I'm looking at it now. So that's well, that's it. How long? Oh, I should do it again. Really, do it properly this time and look at what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I've done this really confusingly. Well done. Right, so you can hear me talking anyway because it's looping back on itself. So test 2. Hit chat. Go back over. Well, it's already there on screen, you see. So it's almost immediate from Twitch. So it's the it comes down to YouTube basically. Recently got a good base PC for £109 second hand, GTX 32 quid, 16 gigs of RAM. And what's the CPU like? How many cores has it got? Sean's all good, subscribe, good man. Cheers, Sean. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, Sean. I really appreciate it. I'll keep trying to do it. This is the first one I think I've been a lot in vision for one of these Sunday night ones. I'm not too shy about being in front of a camera. I don't always look right at the camera properly. I often look at the screen. I'm getting big old lines across my head. I need to get some moisturiser on tonight. Twin quad core. Twin quad core. So does that mean 2 separate CPUs, and each of those CPUs have 8 cores, and possibly they're hyper-threaded as well? Intel 2CQ. I'll check that out. Thank you. Right then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we still have any ladies here, I think it might all be gentlemen now. Thank you very much for joining me. It's now 4 minutes past 1 in Nottingham City. The weather is starting to warm up a bit, I believe. It's almost time to put seeds into the ground. Really appreciate you all joining me tonight. It's we've not got miserable or anything. We got to, you know, play some games and stuff. Had a fun time, and I'm gradually sort of improving things, and I hope it shows gradually. It'll be very gradual, and I'll do things that answer some people's tests. 2 quad cores and 1 die, though. Only DDR2 memory addressing. Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you joining us tonight. You take care, my friend. On your mobile. Cheers, Jonas. Fantastic. And thank you, Leo. You give me something to think about there. I need to look into a lot of and see what's best for FFmpeg as well. FFmpeg, yeah, that's right, FFmpeg. I've done quite good with subscribers today. I think I've put 10 on over the last day. That's not bad, is it? Getting ever closer to that magical 100 figure. It's brilliant. Anyway, thank you everybody. Really appreciate it. I've changed a few things and I think they look a little bit better. Yeah, thanks, Leo. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It's not a fun time for me at the minute, and it's good to be able to do something like this, and people seem to enjoy it, so that's good. Okay, thank you everybody. Good night. You all take care, and watch out for yourselves. Cheerio.